Hey guys, it just finally feels good to finally have Snow Pea in my arms, guys. You guys don't know how long I've been waiting to hold Snow Pea in my arms like this in my hand. I keep saying arms, but like my hands, like just having them in my hands right now, it just feels so cool and just good to finally have my Snow Pea back. Obviously, yes, it feels a little bit weird because I haven't like controlled a Flincher Zombies Flushy in a year since we did part one of the movie. So now it just feels nice to, finally do some moving around and finally use them a lot more. Because, like, obviously, getting back to Flincher Zombies content, it's obviously going to be different, but at the same time, I know because me and David Zombie talked, and because we hanged out again, and it just feels so nice that we're gonna hopefully update our schedule to not yearly anymore. Because I just don't like doing that because the more we do yearlies, the more or less we're gonna hang out and talk, and it's just gonna be much harder to put out content that we want to put out and series that are unfinished that need to be finished, and just do our ideas, not let them go to waste. So hopefully we can update our schedule to monthly because I think like monthly or every few months around there. I feel like that's just way better because then it gives time for other videos to breathe and to give them a chance to do well and everything like that. So that's why me switching to French Zombies content for a little bit. It's not like a full, break. Obviously, David wants a break, which is understandable because of how long we had to wait in between years to do, because it has took like 2 years to do the movie, and now that we finally got part of it done, now it's like, okay, after those failed attempts, it's kind of hard to don't want to keep doing it, but on that sense, yes. Like on the movie side, yeah, we will eventually do part two and fully finish it for you guys to see what I'm going to be about to be talking about. But like obviously, we did the Angry Birds series finally because we talked about it for years on live streams. We just could never get around to doing it because like we just said like, oh yeah, we'll do it here and we'll do it then, and we just never got it done. So now that we finally did it, after I just watched the first Angry Birds movie, and I'm so glad we did not go with the the egg idea because like it would just suck to have to go buy eggs at the store and all that because then we're just wasting money on eggs that we're not even going to use because I feel like the movie overused that idea and they did a lot of characters on justice in that movie and they did a lot of them poorly and just made it too silly and goofy and just did Redbird, and that's why every character that we're gonna be doing in this series that we just started it, go watch episode one, guys. You guys are obviously love that episode. It's such a thrill. It's such fast paced the way I like it. Obviously, yes, we didn't get to have the birds do much because it was mostly a pig episode and their strategy to basically kidnap and capture all of them and have it go on as a like adventure series where it's Redbird. Yes, we don't want it to be a Redbird focused series. We don't want him to be the main character, but at the same time, because the goal of it was to capture his friends, have Redbird go on this adventure to try to save his friends and to basically like stop the pigs and all of that, which that's why you're going to see a slowly progression of him going on separate missions to save all his friends. But we're just going to have to figure out about which ones we're going to do, which ones is he going to save first and or last. So that's why episode one was such a thrill and such fun to do because yes, I wanted the pigs in it more not the pigs, the birds in it more, but at the same time, it felt good for David and me to finally use the pigs, a lot more of the pigs, and all that. But we definitely will be getting as we progress into it. That obviously, as we progress, obviously we're gonna get more birds, and as he's rescuing them and all of that. That's why it's not gonna be a super long series. But we're not gonna we're not gonna tell you everything about it yet or anything like that. That's why the title of it was very confusing to have to say, and all of that. So that's why you know that's why we came up with it being a trilogy because the birds and the pigs have been crossover characters in other series, so that's why we're calling it a trilogy because it's their own series, and that's why all of them are gonna get done just as right with their abilities, being more serious and just being more lighthearted as well, mixing it in there, and just having them justice with their powers and just the characters as a whole. That you're going to be seeing a good mixture of both. So that's why I'm excited for the Zangibar series, and it's just going to be so cool. Obviously, I'm not going to watch the second movie. Hopefully, that one's better, but hopefully that one's better than the first one. But at the same time, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to watch that movie until we do part two. because the next time what I want to do is I want to do part 2 to Angry Birds, and I also want to do the school series episode 3 of Assembly finally, because we just have forgot so long about it. So we can do that one. Like, obviously we're not taking a break fully for Flash Arts, not with this content, but we're going to be doing that because obviously that doesn't count into Warframe, so we can do that with no problems. And when I mean by no problems, I mean, like, there will be some changes, of course. Like, obviously we're not going to be having obviously we're not going to be having no more characters from the movie that are either dead or not going to be in it anymore. Like, obviously I'm not going to mention it because I still don't want to spoil it to you guys, even if I really want to, but I also want to respect the finale of what we're going to be doing again to us, because obviously we're not going to make sure it doesn't feel like a repeat or or just a redo. But obviously characters like Mama Shroom right here, since I got all my characters, it's not just Snoopy that I got back, guys. I got all my characters back that I forgot at his house. I just been waiting for the right opportunity to just the right time, just because, like, it's been hard to, like, try to schedule a hangout for a year. So that now that I got him back, we'll go to Mag, which I don't want to kill her because obviously she's such a lighthearted and just a good character, and we have done so many good things for her. And Mama Shroom, obviously she's the opposite, so that's why Mama Shroom, obviously I don't want to review, but she's not going to be in the school series anymore by the time by the time we do episode 3, and why she's going to be cut out completely, and then certain other characters. So that's why it's going to be very different when we get back to it, and why it's going to be much harder, because obviously we're not going to have much room, because David's room has been updated since the last time I've been there. Is why I was more like just observing and walking around his room and seeing what was different, and all that. So yeah, they're not going to be in it, unfortunately, and also some other zombies, which I'm not going to do my own series of Puncher Zombies until I get more characters, like zombies and more plants. But until then, that's what you guys can expect. And also the live stream that we did was probably the most fun I have ever had on a live stream, just laughing, talking here and there. Yes, obviously I don't like live streams because obviously I don't get the chance to talk about certain scenes and talk about it as a whole, about of the episodes that I wasn't in, I want to get my input on, or I try not to, or even on the episodes that I was in the beginning, and then towards the end with the finale, incorporated from the trailers. I feel like I just wanted to be able to talk about those scenes, but I know David, he doesn't want to talk a lot on streams, and he just wants to watch it, which is understandable. But that's the point of reactions, man. Like, you're supposed to talk about scenes and react, but obviously I don't want to do a lot of pauses like some reactors do, and I just don't want to do that. But also at the same time I want to give some hilarious input to make you guys entertained, because obviously we're gonna be more improved next time, to where we talk more and react more and just give you guys a lot more laughs, because obviously we streamed well, no people, so it was a shame to stream for almost an hour and for you guys to not be able to watch any of it. So next time we're going to set the Puglet, and we're going to improve on the streams a lot more now that we're towards the end, which has been obviously years. It's just been years since we started watching Warframe together, and we just haven't been able to finish it. So the next stream will be the last streams that we're going to be watching of season 1, and then maybe we'll do season 2. It just depends. But also I want to say, guys, that we finally did episode 5 of the Final Prey series, which was so good to finally get all of that off my chest, because I hold in all of that story of Freddy's family for years, like literally years, and I had to bring him back into my series, which is basically a exclusive / add-ons to the main series. And now that to finally show that, instead of just doing it as a series or multiple episodes, it felt good to do all that all in one, do it all in pretty much one take besides one cut. So it felt good to let all of them had to do all what they had to say, to let it all out, and to let it all out without having to hold out anything in, and to basically come all together at the end with all their different ideas, and to basically like save all of their money to pay it off, which was so good, that they weren't in debt anymore, that they weren't losing money, and that they got to keep their house and sell it later on. But they got to do that, and I'm glad that David got the chance to have his take on a lot of different characters. We introduced Lefty, which is so hard to say, but we got to introduce him. He's gonna be doing a business with Freddy's character, so I'm glad of the TV repair thing that I wanted Freddy to do. I'm glad we get to change that around and do something different, because obviously the Freddy business, obviously, that they were arguing about, I feel like, yeah, it's obviously been a fail. So now Freddy can turn his leaf into different else, and we're gonna figure out what Barney and Foxy are gonna do with their jobs. Obviously, Barney has a school job now, but Foxy, obviously, we're gonna have to figure out what he's gonna be doing. But that's what the next few episodes are gonna be. And now that we're back into it, it's gonna be a lot easier to fill in time and to see fill in time and obviously make it not as confusing about where the story's gonna go, and it's gonna be a lot easier to do. But yeah, guys, that's just what I want to talk to you guys about, and know that you guys finally got to saw that, of what Freddy did and how he matured, and that's probably like one of the most fun I also have had. Um, One of the best episodes I've ever had of Freddy. Like, that's just my best performance, because I feel like in the past, like, yes, there were good performances, but I just didn't perform him as the way I want it, fully up to his potential. So like now that he's had all this growth and maturity and changes, I feel like it's gonna be way better for me to portray him the way I want. And since David ain't a fan of FNAF, I feel like, I'm more of a fan, and I have a lot of love and passion for the characters. So it's cool that he got to do a different take on Dread Foxy than the way I did with the put him as like a bad luck character, and going into that storyline. That's why I updated a lot of my playlists and deleted a lot of certain videos and all that. So now it's gonna be nice to have him be as a grandpa instead, because I feel like that's just like a better role for him than anything else. Sorry, that was my dogs, but just a better role for him, and especially having Funtime Freddy in it a little bit felt nice, because obviously he's not been in episodes for such a long time, so it felt cool to pull him in it. Obviously, you're not gonna see him again until obviously with him and Funtime mingle, but until then, it felt nice, especially with the parents, like maturing at the end, they come together and to work together. That's what I'm also gonna be adding to them as well, to have them have the same job as each other, and they're gonna be working together in his business, and they're gonna be working together having the same job. So that's gonna be nice to add on to him. And Shadow Freddy, obviously, obviously we're gonna be working on his character a lot more, and to figure out what he officially can do. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. I don't want to make this update video too long. But yeah, you guys can go watch those 2 episodes. I'm gonna be linking them. I'm gonna be putting them at the end in the end credits of this video, and so you guys can go watch them and have them perform way more better. Because it just feels nice for you guys to have a new series that I've been wanting to have as a new playlist on the channel. Obviously, I'm gonna have to wait for David to add episode 5 to the playlist of FNAF. But until then, it just feels nice to have a new playlist and to bring back the FNAF series, and to be able to continue that and do a lot more episodes, because we're going to be a lot more active and consistent. We're just going to have to work around his work schedule, and obviously the opportunities with his grandma we're going to have to work around as well. But at the same time, I'm also going to be a lot better next time, because I didn't bring my charger last time, and I didn't have the Wi-Fi, so I'm going to make sure that I do better at texting my girlfriend there, and I'm going to bring my charger, and I'm going to just be more prepared all around. So I'm gonna bring my characters next time again, so David can do a thumbnail for episode 5. It's a good thumbnail, but I want him to be able to do that and add a description to it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to get everything off my chest. Obviously, I'm getting a new pea shooter, which is a female. So the joke that we did, well, not the joke, but the hallucination that we did in episode 3 of We're Friends season 2, that's obviously going to become a reality with actually having a female pea shooter. So you're going to be seeing that as a debut into my series that I want to do, and I'm going to be getting her soon. I'm going to have my girlfriend get her, because I know I showed it to my mom, but I was with Cowboy and Mamashroom, which obviously, Cowboy's, his fate, because obviously he died by pea shooter, so there's no point in having his character. So obviously I'm not going to get him again, or Marigold, which obviously you guys saw her. She is obviously dead, so I'm not going to bring her into it. So I'm just going to get Fire Pea on its own, and I'm going to be making my way into just getting zombies and everything like that going forward. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Snow Pete, obviously, I tried to talk about everything as much as I can with the best performance of Freddy. I'm gonna only have more best performance as him and everything else. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be my first Zombies video in a year of a start to my own series, and then we're gonna be working on our new series of Plants for Zombies once we get part 2 done. But other than that, I hope you just enjoyed this video. My finger's hurting, and I'm gonna get these guys out of here now that I addressed that situation and all that. So okay, see you guys, peace, and I'll see you guys when we next hang out. I'll update you guys that as we do it, and I'll see you guys for part 2 of Angry Birds, and the next, obviously we're not gonna be doing FNAF next time. We're gonna be doing that. So you guys officially know that the school series is coming back and everything else. Okay, enjoy, peace, and future plans. Okay, enjoy. Ow, my finger.